Well, this is a live look at the CentrePointe project in downtown Lexington, and this scene prompts a question that many people are asking. What's going on with it? Is it still going to be built, and why is this project taking so long? In this WKYT investigation, we went looking for answers from city planners to council members to the developer himself, Dudley Webb. 6.5 years after demolishing the entire block to make way for CentrePointe, there is little to show on the other side of this fence. No hotel, no apartments and condos, no shops or restaurants. Instead of towers of hotel rooms and apartments, 2 tower cranes look lonely.
Unfortunately, with the cranes up, they just pose a bigger question mark. People are wondering why they're there, why nothing's going on.
Bill Farmer is not the only council member wondering about CentrePointe and its future.
Oh, yeah. I have concerns. People ask me. I have no idea.
CentrePointe sits in the district represented by Councilman Jake Gibbs, and he hears the questions about why it doesn't seem to be moving forward.
No one seems to have any idea as far as I know. Do you have any idea? Can you show me anything?
Patience is running out among some city leaders. The city has an agreement with developer Dudley Webb. They required Webb to put aside $4 million. If work stops for 60 days on this site, the city could have him use that money to refill the hole and restore the block to what it looked like before the digging began.
I and many other council people get asked a lot about this, and I believe that probably within the next week or two, council will be asking specific questions about what's likely to happen there.
In preparing this report, we talked several times by phone with CentrePointe developer Dudley Webb. He said rumors that the project is being abandoned are not true. He called it one of the most complicated projects he's ever worked on. And despite outward appearances, he says there is evidence the project is moving forward. Concrete footers are poured, the start of vertical support columns for the towers. In the last week, the CentrePointe property was reassessed, doubling in value from $8 million to $16 million.
A year ago, it was something different than it is today. Today, they've dug down 30 feet or so in preparation for building a parking garage. Work and money has gone into that. That has increased the value of the property. It's further along.
And city planners say moving forward also includes what is happening away from the construction site.
Development is not necessarily just everything that's going on inside the site, but also other aspects of it. So I mean, you can't always tell by what's going on in the site. So that's the part that's the constant contact is important, or at least having regular update meetings with them.
The executive director of the Downtown Development Authority says it's important that something happen in the near future here.
Having an empty site in your downtown is really sucks the life out of things, and we look forward to hearing from the developer on how they plan to move forward.
Webb says, quote, "No one is as pressed to get this deal done as I am." But right now, Webb says building the underground parking garage cannot move forward until he sells $25 million in bonds. At the first of this year, Webb told the Herald Leader he hoped to have them sold by the end of January. Now he tells us he could have an announcement on the bond sale any day. As for that sign that says a bank will open here this year, Webb says it needs to be updated. Now, we offered Dudley Webb an opportunity to do an on-camera interview and answer questions about the future of CentrePointe. He said he wanted to wait because he had a big announcement coming soon.
And so instead today you actually received a letter from Dudley Webb, the developer.
Right, 2-page letter, Amber, fairly detailed, and he talks about the sale of the bonds. Now, the sale of the bonds, Webb says, are key. He says he can't do anything as far as construction now until he sells these bonds. So here's what he says. We're quoting from the letter we got today. Here's what Webb says publicly for the very first time. Quote, "We are pleased to report the buyers for the bonds have now been identified, and they are telling us in their term sheet that we receive them. They can close on their purchase by early as next month." Now, does that mean construction starts again at CentrePointe next month? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Webb says they've already put $30 million into CentrePointe, and there's another $170 million yet to come from the private sector. Now, many people are very eager to see CentrePointe construction start back up and the major project finished. Webb says at the end of this letter, quote, "Hopefully you'll agree that this project was worth waiting for."
Let's hope so.
We'll wait and see, won't we?
Absolutely, Sam. Thank you. A lot of work went into that. Thank you.